All right, let's talk about something really interesting today: boots, boards, and blockchain. We're going to dive into a new way of thinking for Demco, the Dixie Electric Membership Corporation. This isn't just about making their supply chain run smoother, it's about fundamentally changing how they support the local economy right in their own backyard.
So, just to give you a sense of the scale here, we're talking about over 119,000 members. That's a huge community spanning thousands of miles of power lines. That's an enormous responsibility, and it's really the heart of everything Demco stands for.
But what happens when that community is in the path of a storm? Suddenly, everything gets put to the test. A power grid is only as strong as its supply chain, and when that chain snaps under pressure, well, the fallout is fast and it's serious. And that really gets us to the heart of the problem. There's this procurement gap. It's this disconnect between what's desperately needed out in the field and what the current system can actually get done, especially when things go sideways in a crisis. This really breaks it down for us. You've got three things happening at once that just create chaos. First, out in the field, there's incredible urgency. Crews need stuff, and they need it now. But that slams right into corporate control, which can be a messy administrative puzzle. And the biggest piece? That creates a crisis for the sellers, the local guys, who end up waiting months, like 60 to 90 days, just to get paid. And that waiting period, it's brutal. They call it cash flow strangulation, and it's the perfect term for it. It means that the very same small local businesses Demco wants to hire, they just can't afford to bid on the work. They can't float a giant utility for 3 months. It just completely breaks the whole idea of buying local. So what's the fix? Well, you can't just patch a system like that. You need a whole new way of doing things, an operating system built from the ground up, not just to be efficient, but to actually create opportunities for those local vendors who've been locked out. And here it is. It's called the Southwest Pass Gateway, or SWPG. Think of it like this. It's got two engines working together. On one side, you've got an AI-powered marketplace that's amazing at finding the right local suppliers. And on the other, you have something called PayNetQ, which uses blockchain to get those suppliers paid instantly. It's genius, really. Demco pays on its normal schedule, but the local vendor gets their money right away. Now, I know the word blockchain can sound a little intimidating, but the way it's used here is actually super simple. It's just 3 steps. Step 1, Demco approves an invoice. Step 2, a smart contract turns that approved invoice into a secure digital token, basically a guaranteed IOU. And step 3, that token triggers an instant payment. That's it. The cash flow problem? Gone. Okay, so we get the theory, but let's see how this thing actually performs under pressure. Let's put it right in the middle of a hurricane response, where every single minute matters. This shows you the whole thing, end to end. It all starts with a need. Demco puts out an order for storm prep, say 500 safety vests and 20 cases of water. The AI sourcing tool immediately finds a local pre-qualified contractor who can handle it. For logistics, a company like BMO Ventures gathers all the gear and gets it deployed. And finally, the best part. The contractor does the work, the invoice gets approved, and boom, PayNetQ pays them instantly. It's just a completely seamless operation. And that sourcing part is just so powerful. With AI, Demco can literally geo-target its spending to make sure the money stays right there in the local 7-parish area. They can even get specific. Maybe they want to support a veteran-owned business. And since all the compliance is automated, this is way more than just buying stuff. This is strategic community investment, dollar by dollar. So, you see, this is way bigger than just a quick fix for storm prep. We're moving from a simple tactical solution to a much larger strategic vision for Demco and the entire community. I mean, right off the bat, think of the efficiency. Instead of juggling who knows how many different vendors for safety gear, site logistics, office supplies, you name it, it all gets consolidated. One ecosystem, one partner, one invoice. That is a massive headache, just gone. But here's the real magic, the long-term play. It creates what's called an economic flywheel. Just follow me here. Demco's spending funds the platform. That attracts local sellers, because who doesn't want instant payment? A bigger marketplace means more competition and better prices for Demco. And all of that builds wealth in the community as those businesses grow, hire local people, Demco members, and pay their own bills. It just keeps feeding itself, getting stronger and stronger. And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? This whole system perfectly aligns with Demco's mission. It takes a routine cost, procurement, and transforms it into a powerful tool for investing right back into the community, making life better for its members. Okay, so this all sounds great, but how does a big organization actually get this up and running? Well, it's not about flipping some giant, scary switch. It's a clear, step-by-step process.
The roadmap makes it really manageable. You start small in phase 1, just handling corporate supplies to prove out the system. Then, phase 2 ramps up to the bigger stuff, the essential boots on the ground gear. And finally, in phase 3, you unleash the whole thing. The full marketplace goes live, using AI and blockchain to build a truly intelligent supply chain across the entire service area. Which really just leaves us with this one last thought. For a company like Demco, the answer seems pretty clear now. When you weave together the right technology with a true local focus, your supply chain stops being just about delivering goods. It starts delivering opportunity, it starts delivering resilience, and ultimately it builds a much, much stronger community for everyone.